Good afternoon and welcome to the Floss Elmville Community Arena, known around here on Harvesters home days as the Silo. Today it's game 4 of this round 2 playoff series between the Elmville Harvesters and the Minto 81s. The 81s hold a 3-0 series lead after a 6-4 win last night, putting Elmville in a do-or-die situation this afternoon. For Minto, the opportunity is simple. One more win, and they move on to the next round, the Northern Conference Finals. For the Harvesters, it's about extending the season and defending home ice, hoping the energy inside the silo today can help spark a comeback and force this series back to Minto. Elmville will need a strong start, disciplined hockey, and contributions throughout the lineup if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. It's game 4. The Harvesters
This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Game 4 of the second round series between the Elmville Harvesters and the Minto 81s. First, let's look at the starting lineup for your Elmville Harvesters. On defense, it's going to be Riley Pitt and Joseph Franson. Up front, Owen King's going to center, Cam Cochran, and Austin Pope. And in the net, it's going to be the lefty, Andrew Best. Elmville on the brink of elimination is going to have to come out with a great effort today. Looking to come back from a 3-0 series lead is no small feat. But if they're going to do it, they're going to do it as a team. Team's been resilient all season, and look for them to come out firing all cylinders. The silo full with Harvesters fans and lots of anticipation, looking for the Harvesters to extend this series. Head back to Minto next weekend. All right, everybody. Owen King on to take the opening draw, and the Harvesters will recover. Collision over at the sideboards there. A lot of pushing and shoving there initially. Warren takes it, sends it up to Nickel. That's stolen away by Pitt at the last moment. There's a good chance there for the 81s early in this game. Pope off his skate, take a shot. Reinhardt able to deflect that to the corner. Warren picks it up and brings it across the red line. He'll dump it in to Harvesters territory. Battle along the sidewall there. Pitt comes out with the puck. He'll bring it out to neutral zone. Harvesters on a change as Fuller in on the forecheck. McIsaac up quickly. Pierce picks it up in the neutral zone into Minto zone. He'll backhand it. It'll go wide across to the other side. Shoreman will dump it back in. Fuller. Pierce picks it up behind the net. Off the side. Shoreman up at the blue line. He's able to keep it in. A little bit of traffic. Shot right on. That's a save by Reinhardt. Scramble in front and Butcher picks it up, brings it down, gets it into Harvesters territory. Kelly on the ice for the first time. Spin back into his own zone. Clayton picks it up in the neutral zone. Minto brings it in behind the net. Back to the point, kept in by Gibson. Oh, turnover behind the net there by Lushak, and it's wrapped in. Hurley grabs it from Lushak, tucks it in, and the unsuspecting Best. And it's 1-0 early for the Minto 81s. 18:08, time of that goal. That'll be Hurley unassisted. An early 1-0 lead for Minto. Alexander. Cross center will dump it in. Shot. Stopped by Best. He'll hold on for a whistle. 17:58 to go here in the first period. Ryan Young on. Take the face-off here to the left of Best. He wins the face-off. Murphy chips it out. Palamaki on top of it. Minto will dump it back into the Harvester zone. Robertson picks it up. Gets it to center ice. Robertson on again. Little spin move. That hits the skate. He'll get it over to Palamaki just out of the reach. Dump down into Harvester's zone. Jared Robertson picks it up, sets up behind the net. Spin away from his first check. Get it around to Palamaki. Sweeney picks it up at center ice. Over to Young. Young on the backhand. That shot goes a little bit wide. In behind the net. Gibson picks it up. Get her into the middle. Pitt back on. He takes his man down in the corner. Puck stays there. Palamaki picks it up. He'll chip it off the glass and out where Young will pick it up and is on the Minto zone. His shot is blocked. Verbeek for the 81s. He'll bring it to Warren. Warren shoots high and wide. Edmonds pick it up. He'll go rink wide to Franson. Franson across the ice to Kelly. Kelly shoots. That's wide. Verbeek can't handle it, and it gets to Franson. Franson will dump it in. Hackett. Edmonds and Kelly here on the forecheck. Reinhardt will hold on for the whistle. 16:23 to go here in the first period. King, Pope, and Cochran on for the Harvesters here. Warren to take the face-off for the 81s. Controlled by McIsaac. Gets chipped in behind the net. King on the forecheck. He takes his man hard into the corner. McIsaac this way. Knocked off his stick. Pope down to Cochran in front of the net. Knifed away by Reinhardt, and it gets to Verbeek. We'll bring it down into the Harvester zone. Around the net on his backhand. He gets it to Warren. Warren's shot. That's blocked by Pitt. He felt that one. He stays down for a bit. Clayton at the blue line. Shot glove by Best. He hangs on for another face-off. Pitt blocks that shot. He feels it. He's off the ice. Lushak and Shorman on the defensive end. Shorman over to the far side. He gets it up to Fuller. Fuller a backhanded. It'll go off of Pierce. Pierce down into the Minto zone. Across this way to Butcher. Cone over to Heffert. Heffert in. He's dancing his way down behind the net. Shorman takes him off into the boards, but Alexander picks it up at the blue line into the slot shot. Nice stop by Best. He hangs on for another face-off. 15:22 to go here in the first period. 1-0. Minto leads on a goal by Hurley. A wraparound goal early in this game, and the Harvesters are down. Down in the series, 3-0. Down in the game, 1-0. Puck in behind the net. That's centered out. Alexander can't handle it, and Kelly will dance in on the forecheck. Heffert. Butcher can't handle it. Kelly will dump it in on Reinhardt, who holds for a face-off. 15 minutes exactly left to go here in the first. Sweeney back on. Sweeney had a goal and assist last night in a 6-4 loss for the Harvesters. Clayton his own end. Grant down the left side into the Harvester zone. Young swipes at it. Clayton shot blockered away by Best. Young in behind his own net. He goes cross ice, and that sneaks to Palamaki. He fans on his dump in attempt. Murphy will come out with it, and he'll backhand it into the 81 zone. Reinhardt rims it around to this side. Robertson puts it in. Sweeney's offside. McIsaac on the right side. Plays catch with Clayton. That's deflected. Hackett will pick it up. Give her to Murphy. Murphy will send her all the way down. Gibson picks it up in his own zone. Minto will deflect that on the far side of center for an icing. Face-off will come down here to the right of Reinhardt. Hackett, Fuller, and Edmonds up front as the line combos are flexible today here in the do-or-die situation. Pitt to Fuller. He fans on the initial pass. Hackett will get it and dump it in. Minto off the glass. It's kept in it initially, but the Minto 81s come away with it. Slides, backdoor, Franson. Pass is deflected. It gets out. Gibson will chip it in offside. Pitt will get it in behind his net. Settle things down. Out through the middle of the ice. Gets to center. He chips it in. That's knocked down. Gibson over to 24. His shot stopped by Bess. Hackett gets to the line but not out. Verbeek tries to get it back to the point. That's picked off by King. King will get it out, and Edmonds weaves around one check. He's hit hard. Nickel. He takes a check from Pope. Pitt over the line. His shot's blocked. Pope can't find it, and Alexander takes over. Tips it out. Lushak will dump it right back in. Torrey picks it up, coming off the bench. He'll get in behind the net, leave it for Alexander. Nickel at the hash marks. Tries to backhand it out front. That hit Alexander, but he's able to recover and bring it out and into the Harvester zone. His shot stopped by Best. Net falls down. Nickel knocked it over. Best got out of the way. 1-0. Minto leads. 12 minutes to go here in the first period. Game 4 of round 2 in the OHL Northern Conference semifinals. Pierce, Kelly, Fuller back on for the Harvesters. Murphy and Jared Robertson on the back end. Harvesters control off to the faceoff. Murphy up to Fuller. Cross ice. He picks it up off the skate, does Kelly. Kelly's shot, grabs his own rebound. In tight. Pierce can't get his rebound. It was loose in front for a second there. Harvesters couldn't find it. As the top line gets a little bit of momentum going for the Harvesters. Dumped down into the Harvester zone. Jared Robertson's able to bounce it out. Kelly sends it rink wide. Fuller in on the forecheck. Clayton to grab it. McIsaac over to Herford. Herford able to get it out to Hurley. Hurley across the line to Butcher. Butcher. Murphy loses his stick. Shot from a bad angle. That's taken it back out to the point. Shot, scores. Gibson from the point. Seeing eye shot. Andrew Best couldn't see it. Started with a wide angle shot. Ended up behind the net and then out to the point. Gibson walks the line, finds the screen, and is able to put it glove side on Best. 2-0 early lead here for the 81s. Harvesters are going to have to climb their way out of this hole. Alexander over the red line, and he'll dump it in. It'll come out to center. The goal scorer, Gibson, on it. That's dumped down and will be icing as Pitt grabs it in his own zone. Young on for the Harvesters to take the face off. Young out. Palamaki in to take the face off. This time it's won by the 81s. Alexander recovers. He'll dump it out to center. Pitt off the boards. And Young in on it. Reinhardt out of the net. He gets it around, and Grant will pick it up and bring it into the Harvester zone. He sneaks by Pitt. Pass out in front is deflected out of the zone. Simonowski, 18, gets it across. Branson tries to chip it by the 81 player and cannot do so. Palamaki in his own zone. He'll bring it up into the skates of Sweeney. He can't get it in. Henderson, take it and dump it in. But Pitt turns it over and is back out. He's checked. Ends up back in the Harvester zone where Pitt recovers it again. Swings it around. Yardy can't get it. And the Harvesters are out over the line. King leads it to Franson. Shot stopped by Reinhardt. Glove down, held for a whistle. King on to take the face off for the Harvesters here. He wins it cleanly back. Murphy able to keep it in. Pope, he fans on the shot. Swipes at it. It's in front of the net. Cochran able to put it in behind the net. McIsaac and King battle for it. Pass behind the Minto player. Able to recover. Cochran back on it. Clayton taking hard into the boards. King, Shorman, shot, stopped by the blocker of Reinhardt. Good shot there. Comes off the boards, ends up underneath Reinhardt, I think. Owen King gives Devin Shorman the little head nod to cut down. He does, gets a good chance. Reinhardt blockers that away. Then a shot from the point off the end boards came back out and fortuitously ended up underneath the goaltender for the 81s. 8:46 to go here in the first period. Harvesters down 2-0. Looking for a spark to get back in this game. Hackett wins the faceoff. Quick shot from Shorman on a one-timer at the point. Unable to keep it in. Goes far side. Herford, Murphy race for that puck. Edmonds in the neutral zone. Chips it down. In on the forecheck. He's cut off. Ends up over here. Cone. He spins away from Edmonds' check. Riley Torrey in behind his own net. He'll spin it around, but Sweeney picks it up. His pass goes off a skate. He backhands it towards the net. That goes off the side of the net. Butcher picks it up. He'll go glassing out. Dorman quickly across the pit. That goes off the shin pad of Hackett, and Butcher's back the other way. Leaves it for Grant. Grant quickly to Gibson. One-timer. Stopped by the shoulder of Best. Pierce on the wall. He'll get it across. It'll get out. O'Donnell's stick breaks. He'll go for reinforcements. Pierce across. That pass is tipped across. Kelly and Fuller trying to find it right where the broken stick is. Eventually it's chipped up where Alexander will grab it. Cross center ice. He'll shoot it into the glove of Best, who will hold on with a couple Minto players lurking. 7:04 here to go. First period, game 4 of the second round playoff series between the Minto 81s and the Harmville Harvesters. Harvesters control it off the faceoff, unable to get it out at the blue line. They'll get dumped in behind their net again. Branson spins away. Back to Robertson. Robertson up to Fuller. Fuller will get it cross ice to Kelly. Kelly will pick it up. He goes cross ice, or tries to anyway. Puck up high, bouncing around. Clayton one-hands it. Pierce picks it up quickly to Fuller. Fuller on net. Handled easily by Reinhardt, and he'll hold on for another face-off. Young on to take the face-off for the Harvesters. Warren, who's been pretty good in the circle. Won by Young. Franson's shot blockered away by Reinhardt. Sweeney will pick it up, get it to the middle. Palamaki battles for it. Minto able to scoot it out to neutral zone. Gibson. D to Clayton. Clayton His pass is chipped by Verbeek. It hits the linesman. Palamaki taken down on the far boards. Young backhands it in, and Palamaki's in on the forecheck. Clayton able to chip it over here. Nickel up to Warren. Warren will chip it in. Best one-hands it around. Grabbed by Verbeek. He gives it to Shorman, who can't get it by him, but eventually does grab it from him. And he'll get it to the far side. Sweeney will pick it up, hit the red line. He'll dump it in. Rimmed around. Deflected by Verbeek. But Young's able to grab that pass. Side of the net. Alexander out with Nickel. Across the blue line. That's broken up. Palamaki the other way. King, Sweeney, and Palamaki in. Sweeney down to Palamaki, in behind the net. He tries to wrap. Reinhardt gets to his post. Makes the save, covers up. 5:09 left to go here in the first period. Hope, Cochran, and King on for the Harvesters. Pitt and Franson at the point. Face-off one, fanned on the shot. Minto able to get it out to center ice. Franson over to Pitt. He'll miss Cochran on the pass, and the Minto 81s will bring it out. Herford, his pass is deflected down into the Harvester zone. Rimmed around. Cochran able to get it out, but Minto fires it right back. Franson in behind his own net. King will circle. Hope through the middle, and it's Pitt. His pass is deflected. Big hit on the goalie. King. Shot, pass, Pitt. His shot is blocked. Reinhardt will recover his stick. Gibson grabs it. As Grant into the Harvester zone. He's stick checked by Pitt, who'll take over. Big collision down in the Minto zone. King on the forecheck, knocked the goalie down. Wasn't sure if there was going to be some pushing and shoving, but that didn't materialize. Puck early down in his own zone. He'll get it to O'Donnell on the far side. Hackett gets it in. Palamaki just missed it. Potential 2-on-1 there. Thwarted by a good stick check by the 81s. Hit in behind his own net. He takes his man down. No call. Palamaki back to Shorman. Around the net to Pitt. Hackett having words with one of the Minto players. Face off down to the right of Andrew Best. Palamaki recovers in his own zone. He'll chip it out to center ice. Hackett backhands it down into the 81 zone. Alexander. Nickel on the sideboards. He'll get it in the middle. Clayton will pick it up. He'll get to the red line. He'll try to dump it in, but that's knocked down by Shorman. He flips it out to center. Palamaki picks it up. He'll get it in behind the net. Reinhardt rims it around again. That gets by Murphy. Back into the Harvester zone. Shorman in behind his own net to Murphy. Mishandles it, but recovers. Into the skates of Shorman. Shorman takes it. Shoots it a little wide, tries to get it deflect out in front. Reinhardt deflects that into the corner. Comes out to the point. Murphy. Down to Shorman. His shot is deflected into the corner. Kelly battles for it, ends up at the blue line where Verbeek's able to chip it out. Shorman over to Pierce. He'll get it to Kelly in the middle. He'll go back to his own zone, circle around, look for some help. Shorman to Pierce, deflects it in. Kelly's in on the forecheck. He takes his man McIsaac there. Puck squirts loose. Verbeek can't find it. Kelly does. In the corner, quickly out. Branson can't keep it in. Two 81s collide. Verbeek and Cone. Herford able to bring it out. He'll chip it in to the Harvester zone. Branson off the boards, not out. Cone over to Clayton. Clayton's shot. That's deflected wide. Hit in behind his own net. He'll chip it out. Young will grab it. He's checked. Queenie and Young don't get together, and Hurley, a little bit of speed, gets behind Pitt, grabs the puck in the corner, around. Queenie picks it up. Clayton at the point, his shot up high, blockered away by Best. Puck ends up in the corner. Sweeney grabs it. He goes rink wide to Palomaki. Palomaki to Young in the middle. Young down in behind the net. He's checked by Grant. Grant ends up with it. He'll flip it to the line, but not out. Kept in by the Harvesters here. Torrey chips it around the boards. Hurley will pick it with some time, and he'll chip it out. Pitt will grab it and dump it right back into the 81 zone. Clayton circles his net, able to get to the red line, and he'll dump it in. And that'll end the period there. The Minto 81s able to get a 2-0 lead on goals by Hurley and Grant. All right, everybody, we're back here for second period action here. Game 4 of the OEHL Northern Conference semifinal. Minto 81 lead the series 3-0, and they lead this game 2-0 after 2 first period goals. Elmville going to have to come from behind once again if they want to extend their series. King able to grab it, get it over to Pope. He can't handle that pass, and Minto will chip it back and into Harvester zone. Franson across the ice to Pitt. Pitt off the boards up to King. He one-hands it, but it's turned over, and Warren into the zone. Nickel, his shot is high and wide. Gets to the far side, Alexander. Chips it down low. Franson gets it to the far side for Pope. Pope to Cochran. Cochran over the red line and into the 81 zone. His shot blocked. Pitt chips it in. In on the forecheck. High stick. Calls for the whistle. Face off down to the left of Reinhardt. Pierce centering Sweeney and Palamaki. Won the draw, but Sweeney's shot is deflected. Herford. Sweeney picks it up. Tries to get it behind the net to Pierce. That's intercepted. Franson at the blue line. He'll whack it down in behind the net. McIsaac will pick it up. Get it to the line, but not out. Pierce turns it over just inside the zone. Back come the Harvesters. Sweeney trying to get himself through. It'll be shot out, down. Best will pick it up. He'll get it over to Lushak. Lushak, his pass deflected. Palamaki's able to knife it into the zone. Puck is up over Fuller's head. Murphy shot, blocked. Palamaki over the shot. Oh, and Pierce had an open net. Fires it wide. There was a good chance for the Harvesters to get on the board. Murphy will get it back in. Nice pass back door. Pierce couldn't find the sights. Kelly in his own zone. Will turn around. Gets it just out of the reach of Fuller. That'll go down for icing. Young thought he won that race. Nonetheless, faceoff will come back down into the Harvesters zone. To the right of Andrew Best. Face-off won by Young. Murphy in behind his own net. To get it up, chipped into the middle to Young. Young, shot. That goes wide. Rims around. Robertson. Back to Kelly. Kelly at the blue line. No call over there. Looks like the referees have put the whistles away for this one. Going to take something to get a penalty call here in this game. Puck in behind the net, O'Donnell. Chip it back to Hurley. Murphy going to the box there for his slash. Just as I said, it's going to take something special. He did break his stick over his leg. Minto to the power play here. 16:48 to go in the second period. Minto with a 2-0 lead. Face-off scrambled. Cochran able to kick it out of the zone. Nickel in his own zone. Across to Hurley. Hurley will backhand it to Gibson. Back to Hurley. Hurley through the neutral zone. Cochran loses the stick, picks it back up. At the point, Gibson to Hurley. Warren down in the corner. Back up top to Nickel. Back to Warren. Warren inside the net. That misses Hurley. Verbeek back to Hurley. Quickly up. Gibson's shot. Blockered away by Best. King takes his man to the boards. Franson on Warren in the corner. That pass is out front. It'll miss everything and go all the way down the ice. Reinhardt shoots it at Nickel. He controls it. Nickel stripped of the puck. Pope grabs it. Warmed by Minto 81s, and they take over. 45 seconds left to go here in the penalty to Murphy. Shorman grabs it in his own zone, and he's able to ice it. He'll off more valuable seconds of this power play. Queenie on. Minto out of their zone. Across the blue line. Alexander shot. That didn't miss by much, but it'll rim around all the way down to the other end. Reinhardt out of the net. Over to Butchert. Butchert back behind the net, and they'll bring it back out. 8 seconds remain. That pass doesn't connect. Grant can't handle it. Pitt will chip it out, and that'll do it for the penalty. A good penalty kill for the Harvesters. Just one shot. Palamaki picks off the pass into the zone. He drops it to Hackett. His shot goes off a skate into the corner. Minto out. Grant chips it down. Palamaki to Pitt in his own zone. He'll go off the boards. Butchert will pick off that pass. It's gloved. The Manowski shot. That gets through Best, but deflects wide. Back to the point. Shot, tip. Best the save again. He'll cover up the rebound. 14:09 remains. Face-off coming up in the Harvester zone. Young, Kelly, and Fuller up front. Lushak and Murphy on the back end for the Harvesters. Face-off won cleanly by Young. Lushak in behind his own net. Gets it over to Kelly. Kelly tips it down. Fuller with some speed. He's checked by McKazik. He spins it across. Lushak shoots it. A rebound. Harvesters couldn't find that rebound. In the zone. Kelly at the blue line. His shot up high over the net. Lushak back. He slaps it. Ends up behind the net where Young's got it quickly out in front. Shoots goal! Jacob Kelly on a nice feed. Backhand feed from number 96, Ryan Young, and the Harvesters have cut the lead in half. Kelly gets it up over the blocker of Reinhardt. We got a 2-1 hockey game here. The Harvesters cut into the lead. 13:36 to remains here in the second period of a now 2-1 hockey game. Robertson in behind his own net. Pierce picks it up. His shot hits the ref. It deflects. Warren keeps it in the blue line. Gets it to Verbeek. Shot from the shot, scores. Captain number 81, Warren, able to pick up that rebound. There was a scramble in front of the net. Shot, Best made the initial save but couldn't handle the rebound. Squirted out where Warren's able to pick it up and put it in the net. So that momentum for the Harvesters was short-lived. They'll have to go back at her and find a way, get back into this hockey game again. Hit. Up to Pope over the blue line. His shot gloved down by Reinhardt. He'll hold on for a face-off. .13:05 left to go here in the second period. Quickly out in front. Pope couldn't handle that. He's able to keep it in. It's to Cochran. Couldn't handle it. Tried to spin, but couldn't grab the handle. Harvesters in the neutral zone. Pope tries to poke it in. Picked off by Clayton. Back into the 81 zone. Reinhardt grabs it. Holds on for a whistle. Young, Fuller, and Kelly back on. Franson and Pitt. 12:38 remains here in the second period. Minto 81's 3. Elmvala Harvesters 1. Face off 1. Franson will rim it around where McIsaac will take over. Off the boards and out. Pitt will get it down. Pick it off in the neutral zone. He waits. Shot blocked by Gibson. Shot couldn't get through. Young tries to get it over to Kelly. He can't. Minto's away. But Franson picks up that pass. It's the 3-on-1. A 3-on-2, sorry. Young shot. Blockered away by Reinhardt. Out to the blue line. And out. Pitt sends it in offside. And the Harvesters will have to exit the zone. 81's McIsaac. He'll dump it down. Pitt back towards the 2-on-1. Kelly and Young. Kelly. Oh, and just missed the pass from Kelly. Good chance there for the Harvesters. As things start to open up a little bit, Pitt. Palamaki deflects it into the zone. Sweeney in on the forecheck. Minto's able to grab it, and they'll get it out. Yard. Across the line and in behind the net. He'll pick it up. He's taken down by Pitt. Sweeney takes over. Quickly out to Palamaki. He'll dump it in from the red line. Reinhardt blockers it. Holds on with a little bit of pushing and shoving between Kelly and Clayton after that whistle. 11:02 to go here in the second period. Lushak will control it in the neutral zone. He'll send it across to Shorman. Dorman to Pierce. He can't handle it. It's in his skates, and Warren picks it up. He comes across, slides it through, and can't find Nickel, and away go to the Harvesters. Palamaki into the skates of Pierce. He's unable to control it, and back that come the 81s. Warren cuts to the middle. Over to Nickel. Nickel stopped. They scramble off of Pierce, who's on his knees in the crease. Warren shoots it off of Pierce's shoulder, ends up in the back of the net. And the 81s take a 4-1 lead. Scramble around the front of the net. Puck ended up near the goal line. Warren just fires it at Pierce, who's down in the crease. Goes off of him and into the net. A lot of work for the Harvesters now. Down 3 here, 10 minutes, 15 seconds left to go in the second period. 2-on-2 into the Harvester zone. Herford cuts the net. Cone behind the net. Shot stopped by Best. Lushak recovers it, gets it to Shorman. Shorman all the way across, can't connect with Cochran. That'll go down the ice for an icing. Pope across the blue line. He'll lift it into the rafters for a whistle. Just past the halfway mark of this game. Harvesters down 3, 4-1. Kelly had scored to bring them within 1, but 2 quick goals by Warren has reestablished a commanding lead for the 81s. Young down into the corner, taken away by Gibson. Gets it to Grant. Turned over in the Harvester zone, and away goes Kelly. Fuller, Young behind him. Fuller taken down in front of the net. Face off to the right of Reinhardt. Top line for the Harvesters is starting to generate a little bit of offensive opportunity, but they're going to need a bunch. Oh, a little spin around. We got a penalty coming. Going to be a cross check. Minto, as they knocked down Young, who while he was falling did a little spinorama, able to spin the puck onto the net. Reinhardt made the save, but the Harvesters will go to the power play. Every chance now for the Harvesters is important. Got to take advantage of their chances. Face off down into the corner. It scoots over to Nickel. Will be able to ice the puck down. Branson will hustle back to pick it up with Warren on the forecheck. Young picks it up behind his own net. Get it out to center and chip it in. Reinhardt chips it over to Gibson, who's able to get it out, and Warren and Pitt on a race. Pitt gets there first. Branson will pick it up in behind his own net. Bring it out. Through center ice. He'll chip it in. Reinhardt able to grab it again. Oh. Reinhardt shoots it over the glass. I'm not sure if it hit the glass. Must have hit the glass. No penalty on the play. 1:11 left to go here in the power play. 8:16 left to go in the second period. Palamaki on to take the face-off. Gorman across to Pierce. Pierce will chop it in behind the net where Sweeney will pick it up on the other side. Down low to Cochran. Cochran back out to Pierce. Pierce shot stopped. Rebound evades Sweeney. He'll bring it up to the blue line. He'll dump it back. Palamaki across the top of the circle. Sends it across to Pierce. Pierce. Back to Sweeney. Sweeney at the blue line. Back down to Pierce. Pierce. Jarman one-timer. That shot is deflected outside of the net. Ends up on top of the net. Whistle. One-timer by Shorman just went wide. Second chance opportunity there. Went off the shoulder of Reinhardt. Ended up on top of the net. Whistle. 27 seconds left to go here in the Harvesters power play. Young on to take the face off. He wins it. Kelly controls it along the sidewall. Back up to Pitt. Down to Kelly. Kelly. Up to Pitt. Back to Kelly. A little bit more room. Down low. Fuller in front of the net. Rebound. Scramble in front. Franson can't find the handle. Fuller across to Kelly. Handles it back to Kelly. Kelly. Controls it, and that ends the power play, but as it's fired across to Franson. Bouncing puck can't be handled. Kept in by Pitt. Shot right on. Smothered against his own chest. Reinhardt holds on for a whistle. But no luck on the power play for the Harvesters. They'll have to go back to work here. 6:53 to go in the second period. 4-1, Minto leads. That's dumped down. Minto able to pick it up in behind the Harvesters net. McIsaac down to Grant. O'Donnell in behind the net. Back into Hurley as they cycle it around down low. Lushak able to poke it off. Great control up the middle. King can't get by McIsaac. Picks it up in the neutral zone and he'll dump it back in. Hustle into on the forecheck, able to pick it up. Falls down. Pope's there. King ends up with the puck. Tries to get it to Pope. McIsaac takes over. He'll just ice it down. 5:57 to go here in the second period now. Face off to the right of Reinhardt. Harvesters running out of minutes. Looking to get back in this game. Franson from the point, shot, got through. Sweeney on the doorstep. He backhands it in front of the net, but can't connect with anybody. Minto lifts it through the rafters, down onto Best, who covers up for a face-off. Minto controls it in the Harvester zone. Herpert. He'll grab it on the far side. He'll come out. Across the ice to Palamaki. Palamaki shoots it. Knife to the side by Reinhardt. Minto will pick it up, dump it out to center. Oh, Franson's stick breaks, shot, scores. Franson tried to pass the puck. Stick broke in his hands. Minto able to pick it up on the breakaway and goes in and scores. Tough break for the Harvesters. It's 5-1 now for Minto as they extend their lead. And we're going to have a goaltender change. Redgate coming in for his first playoff action, I think. Will replace Best. Harvesters back down into the Minto zone. Kelly picks it up, comes back out. Murphy, his pass is knocked down by Yard. Yardy in front, shot to Manowski. Misses wide on another good chance. Fuller's going to get a penalty there on a slash to the goaltender. So the 81s will go to the power play here. 4:42 to go left in the second period. Redgate adjusting his equipment here. Big penalty kill here for the Harvesters. Lushak off the glass. That'll bounce out. Cochran in over the line. Tries to get across to King. That doesn't connect, and back come the 81s across the line. Nickel. Nickel settles it down. Across. Nickel can't handle it. Gets it down to Warren. Warren's pass is picked off. Shorman takes Warren down heavy in the end boards. Warren will go off. 81s. Herford. Back in over the line. He misses Grant, but it comes back where Gibson will grab it. He'll center it down. Hurley, top of the circle. His shot goes wide. Comes around. Butcher. That hops over Grant's stick. Shorman in behind the net. Lushak will rim it around. Gibson can't handle the rim. It ends up in the neutral zone. Minto back at it. Across the line. That shot goes well wide. And he'll get back. Oh, Sweeney's got a red. Reinhardt out of his net. Takes it away from Sweeney. Reinhardt been playing the puck a lot today. Enabling the Minto team to get out of their zone. The cross here. Pitt will pick it up in the neutral zone. 20 seconds left to go in the power play. Herford picks it. Seven seconds left. Alexander brings it over the blue line. He'll chip it down. Backhanded out by Pitt, and Fuller's back on. Sweeney keeps it in at the blue line. Hackett, shot by Fuller. That's stopped by Reinhardt. Simonowski brings it in offside. Pitt will grab it in his own zone. Off the boards to Kelly. Kelly picks it up, chips it down. Clayton gets in his way. Stops the forecheck. Ends up. Minto, Cone. Back to Clayton. Clayton will dump it in. Offside. Still offside. Henderson. Branson. The Pope chips it in. Reinhardt out of his net. Rim it around here to Kelly. He'll let it go to Pitt. Pitt backs it in. Hand. Minto's able to grab it, get it out, dump it in. That pass knocked down by McCazick. He'll get it back and bring it in over the blue line into the Harvester zone. His shot knocks the stick out of Redgate's hand. He's trying to find it. Butchered over to Cone. Shot, backdoor, scores. Nice pass by Cone over to Herford. Backdoor, and he taps it in with 1:08 to go. It's a 6-1 Minto lead. Harvesters made it a 2-1 game here in the second period, but it's been all 81 since. Scoring 4 so far unanswered goals here in the second period. Verbeek down into the corner. Kept in at the line by the 81s. Shot is wide. Warren taking it down hard again. 35 seconds left to go here in the second. Pierce looking for it. Palamaki out through the middle. That'll go all the way back down into the Harvester zone. Redgate sets it up for Robertson. 20 seconds left to go here in the second. Hackett chips it in. Penalty coming. Now we got a fight. I'm sure this will take a few minutes to sort out for the referees. .6 left to go here in the second period. Frustrations starting to boil over. My game machine's not working, so I'm not going to be able to tell you what the actual penalties are. I believe Elmville was getting the initial penalty. Then there was a cross check, and then the rest of it ensued. Ended up in a fight. Referees Angus and Pratt sorting things out, discussing it with Owen King and Hereford for the 81s. 4 minutes up on the Elmville side of the ledger. So I think they were getting the original and then got the cross check and then just the fight. So the Harvesters shorthanded for 4 minutes. Gibson and Robertson now out for their fight. That'll get chipped out to the neutral zone, and that'll end it for the second period. Tough one for the Harvesters. After two, 6-1, Minto leads here as they are on the All right, everybody, we're back here for the third period. We'll see how this one goes. It's going to start with the Harvesters on the penalty kill. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in that. Little scrum at the end of the second ended up in a 4-minute power play for the 81s. They hold a 6-1 lead here in game 4. Pitt will get it up to Kelly. Kelly is shot deflected wide by Reinhardt. Alexander picks it up in behind his own net. Pitt still in on the forecheck. An aggressive penalty kill here for the Harvesters. Butcher tries to get it in the middle. Pitt will take over. Skate around the net. He mishandles it, and Herford picks it up. He'll get it out to center. Alexander. Pick it up. Minto likely trying to stay out of any scrums and all that kind of stuff for the third, as it looks like they'll probably move on to the Northern Conference Finals here. McIsaac picks it up over to Clayton. His shot is deflected. Whistle. .229 left in the 81's power play. 18:39 left to go in this game, and potentially this series. Face-off picked up by Shorman. Backhands it into the bench for another whistle. Face-off one. Clayton, cross, Nichols shot, stopped by Redgate. Redgate took over in the second period there. Unfortunately for the Harvesters, that's 2 games in a row where they've had to change their goaltending. Nickel, he'll dump it in on Redgate. He'll cover it. Another face-off. Exactly 2 minutes left to go in the 81's power play. Alamaki on to take the draw for the Harvesters. Pope, Pitt, and Franson will join him here on the PK. $50-50, $1,100 today. Looks like we're ready to go. 2 minutes left on the PK. Palamaki in to take the draw. Face-off won by the 81s. Isaac. Back to Alexander. Walks the line. Across the Butcher. Back to Alexander. He fakes a shot. McIsaac. He'll spin away. McIsaac down low. Back to McIsaac. One-timer. Stopped by Redgate. He covers up. Good stop by Redgate. Able to find the rebound. Cover it up. $17:49 left to go here in the third period. Herford wins that draw. Isaac. Pierce picks it up in the neutral zone. He's into the 81 zone. He can't get by McIsaac. Hits him hard. Fuller can't grab that puck. Looks like Pierce is going to get a penalty here, probably for cross-checking. Herford stop. Five on three now. .114 left in the first penalty. Clayton at the blue line. Kelly on him. He takes it from me. He'll dump it down. Nickel around his own net. He'll skate it up over the blue line of the Harvesters. Stops, gets it back early. One-time shot by Alexander. That's stopped by Redgate into the corner. Nickel to the top of the circle, up to the blue line, across to Alexander. He can't handle it on his backhand. He chips it down low. Franson will rim it around and down the ice. 30 seconds left to go in the first penalty. 16:40 left to go in this game. Early misses that pass. Pitt sends it right back down. 18 seconds left in the first penalty. Reinhardt sets it up for Alexander. Warren back onto the ice. He'll pick it up inside his zone. Bring it across. In behind the net. Yard. Alexander. Shot stopped by Redgate. He holds on. No rebound. Face off to the left of Redgate. First penalty is over. 44 seconds left to go in the 5-on-4 now. Young, Sweeney, Lushak, and Shorman on for the Harvesters. Nickel at the point. Shot deflected. That goes wide. Sweeney tries to chip it by him. He's got it 2-on-1. Sweeney and Young. Sweeney shot stopped by the shoulder of Reinhardt. Back go to the other way. Warren off his stick to Yardy. Sweeney will pick it up in his own zone and he's away. Back, another little 2-on-1. That gets across. Young couldn't handle the pass. It hopped over his stick. Had to wait, and Reinhardt was able to get over, make another nice save. Butchert. He falls as he's coming across the line, but able to poke it down into the behind the net, the Harvesters. King, bring it out. He's checked by Herford. Ends up on Lushak's stick. He comes across the blue line. He's stripped up. Offside, and Clayton will be able to bring it out. Clayton, through the middle. Ends up in the corner. King, backhand, over to Pope. Pope, the Shoreman helping. That goes through. That's off. Another whistle here. 14:47 to go here in the third period. 81 still leads 6-1. 4 goals in the second period. Staked them to a commanding lead here. King, Cochran, Pope for the Harvesters. Face off. Won by the 81s. Nickel will control. He's out over the blue line, hits the red line, dumps it in. Franson knocks it down. Cochran will pick it up at the blue line. He's over the red line to the blue line. Across the ice, Pitt. Pitt behind his back, stays in the corner. Checked by Alexander, leaves it for Franson. Franson has it knocked off his stick. He's able to keep it in. Cochran thought it was offside, so he left the puck. Minto able to get it out. Anderson dancing through a couple of the Harvesters, ends up getting taken off his stick. 14 minutes left to go here. Game 4, second round series. Simonkowski in. Hurley picks it up behind the net. He swings it around in front of the net. That misses everything. Ends up, Clayton's shot deflected off a couple of shoulders. Redgate gets his shoulder on it. Keeps it out of the net. McIsaac, far side. Redgate deflects it to the corner. Grant, corner. In behind the net, Hurley tries to center it. That's broken up. Murphy will grab it. Checked hard. Ends up shooting out to center ice. Hurley will grab it, dump it back in. Rimmed around and out. Alexander Young grabs it. Tries to get around Alexander. He can't. Murphy will pick it up at center ice. Backhands it in. Warren out of his own zone. Through center ice. Able to keep control across the line offside. Face off outside the Harvester zone. Nickel will dump it in up high on Redgate. He'll hold on for a face-off. Lushak turns back into his own zone. Rink wide to Palamaki. Palamaki will dump it in. It'll tear him off the end boards. Nickel will pick it up in front of the net. Offside. $12:24 left to go here in this game. Corey on. He'll get it out to center. Herford will take over, bring it in over the Harvester zone. Backhand shot. Redgate makes that save. Lushak making his way out of his own zone to go across ice. Dorman tries to chip it in. Keeps control himself. Hard hit by Clayton. Corey lifts it out and back into the Harvester zone. 81's content to just get it out and get it into the zone of the Harvesters as the clock continues to click down. Hackett swings and misses, and the 81s take over. Clayton in his own zone. Misses O'Donnell with that. On net, no icing. Hope, center ice, chips it in on the backhand. Hackett will go after it. Hope tries to pick it up. O'Donnell over to the side, is able to chip it out. Branson to Pitt. Pitt got stopped by Reinhardt. He gloves it, holds on for a face-off with Pope and Hackett on the doorstep. 10:58 to go here. The third period, game 4, round 2. Face-off won by the 81s. Back into their zone. Grant tries to go rink wide. Ends up underneath the pad of Redgate. Kelly will pick it up in his own net, or own end. Get her down to Fuller, who'll chip it in. Young on the forecheck. Kelly takes his man, keeps the puck in. Clayton pulls it out of the pile, cuts the net. It's out. His pass was blocked, but he gets it over to Cement. Pitt takes his man down to Young. Over to Franson. Franson, Fuller, and Kelly. He tries to get it, hits a skate, and the 81s will take over. Quickly up to the far blue line. Hurley cutting to the net. Redgate holds its ground, and the Harvesters take over. Pierce off his skate to a stick. That shot's blocked by McIsaac. Murphy on the forecheck. Lushak shot stopped by Reinhardt, and he'll hold on for another whistle. 9 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the third period. 6-1, Minto leads on the verge of sending themselves into the Northern Conference Finals against to be determined. Shot stopped by Redgate. And Minto will dump it back in. Murphy will pick it up in behind his own net. He'll rim it around. Alexander's going to be able to pick that one up. He'll shoot it again. Stopped by Redgate. Pad save off to King. King over to Lushak, over the blue line. He chips it down. Sweeney recovers in the corner. Quickly back out to Lushak. His shot's blocked by Henderson. Henderson's away. Verbeek will leave him. It's a breakaway. Shot scores. Henderson. Henderson blocks the shot at the blue line. Sent himself out on the breakaway. Seven to 1 now for the 81s. Edmonds back on the ice. He gets it in over the line. Come back to the point. Pitt grabs it. Trying to find a lane. That shot through. Scramble in front. Penalty coming to the Harvesters. Kalamaki will go for high sticking. .8:13 left to go here. Third period. 81's back to the power play. Hit up the middle. Deflected over to Pope by King. King shot. That comes off. Face off to the right of Reinhardt, who's been solid here today. Hasn't been tested much, but been good when he had to be. Herpert tried to hit Yardy on a break, but that misfires. Yardy will be able to pick it up. He goes wing side, back door, scores Herpert. Power play goal for Hereford. Minto over the line again. In behind the net. Alexander at the point. He'll dump it in. It'll rim around to the near side. Kelly will pick it up in his own zone. In behind the net. He loses the puck. Grant. Bodied by Lushak over in the corner. Young can't get it out. Minto brings it down. Branson takes it away. Shot. Grant and Franson pushing and shoving. Kelly in this zone. He misfires. Can't connect with Young. O'Donnell fires it down. Grant, first one on it. He negates the icing. 6:27 left to go here. Third period, Alexander backhand stop. Kelly picks it up. He'll dump it out. Palamaki. Shot stopped by Reinhardt. He'll cover up. 6:13 left to go. In what has been a clinic by Minto, as they've dominated this game pretty much from start to finish. Shot by Murphy. That's deflects wide. Kelly was able to get the Harvesters to within one middle of the second, but it's been all 81 since. Pierce, the red line, across to Sweeney. Sweeney dropped to Pierce. Pierce shot stopped by the blocker of Reinhardt. Murphy back to pick it up. He'll get it to Sweeney. He'll kick it to Lushak. Backhand pass to Palamaki. Up over the blue line. Back to Pierce. Pierce tries to get around Alexander. Can't. Back to Palamaki. Picks it up. His shot deflected and then knocked out. Down the ice into Harvester zone. Gorman's there to pick it up. Over to Lushak. Rink wide, Edmonds now. Chips it in, that misses Shorman. Palamaki in the corner. Up to Lushak at the point. Over to Shorman. Shorman shot, hits the post. Beat the goaltender, couldn't beat the post. Harvester's a good chance there with 5 minutes to go here in the third period. Anderson. In on the forecheck. Gardy as well. But Shorman takes it and brings it out of their zone and over the red line. Gets it to Cochran. Off his skate. 81's recover. Gardy. Bodied by Edmonds. Alexander at the point. Shot stopped by the blocker. Alexander will just dump it right back in. In behind the net. Held along the boards for a whistle. Down to just 4 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in this game and this series and this season for the Elmville Harvesters. Their inaugural season, which has been amazing on so many counts. Wonderful sponsorship all year long. The players played hard all year long. The fans came out all year long, including today. Another great turnout here at the silo. 4 minutes to go. Franson in his own zone. Through the middle to Pope. His shot deflected. Reinhardt will swallow up that rebound. Kelly shot stopped by the pad of Reinhardt. Chipped out. Simonowski On it. Nice save by Reinhardt. Sorry, Redgate. Kelly. Off of Pitt into the zone. In front of the net, Kelly can't find it as it bounces over his stick in front of the net. Alexander, get it to O'Donnell. O'Donnell in front, Butchert deflects it on the net. Young will recover and bring it out. Across the blue line. Back to Kelly. Kelly down to Young. Backhand stopped by Reinhardt. Pitt grabs it. Circles back to the blue line. McIsaac and Young wrestling. Young heads to the dressing room. McIsaac to the penalty box. Back to the power play go the 81s here as Young will get the extra or the initial penalty. 3 minutes, 2 seconds left to go here in the third. A little bit of frustration by the Harvesters. As their season is coming to an end. Pitt knocked down his men. Starting to boil over here a little bit. Five on three goes the Harvesters. Pitt and Franson went to the dressing room there. Face off back to Nickel. Nickel's shot deflected up over the glass. Another face off in the Harvester zone. Face off won by the Harvesters. Shorman in behind his own net. He'll get it out to center ice. Murphy in his own zone. Hackett will dump it down into the 81 zone. 2 minutes left to go here. Nickel over the blue line. Shot deflected wide. Nickel picks it back up. Back to the blue line. Alexander over to Nickel. Down to Henderson. Rimmed around by Murphy, and that'll get out to center ice. Simonowski. Alexander at the blue line. He'll shoot wide. It'll come out to center. 8 seconds left to go in the first penalty. As the 81s get it into Harvesters territory. Last minute here to go in the third period of this game and this series. Corey keeps it in at the blue line. Garrity across, shot, stopped by Redgate. 42 seconds left to go. Pushing and shoving continues after the whistle. 15 seconds left to go in the power play. This will be, I believe, Minto's 16th win in a row. Haven't lost since early January. Reinhardt. 30 seconds left to go. Power play is over. Down to the last 15 seconds. And that will do it. As the final buzzer goes, a tough 8-1 loss for the Elmville Harvesters. The Minto 81s take the game and the series in dominant fashion. What a great season, though, for the Elmville Harvesters. It's a tough way to finish, but this group gave this town everything they had all year long. From opening night right through the playoffs, this team battled, competed, and represented Elmville with pride every single night. To the players, the hours, the commitment, the bumps, the bruises. That's what playoff hockey's all about, and this group left it all on the ice. A big thank you to as well to head coach Andrew Shipley, the staff, and everyone behind the scenes who makes the Harvesters hockey possible. And to the fans, once again, packing the silo, supporting this team the way the community always does. That support never goes unnoticed. Congratulations to the Minto 81s who move on to the OEHL Northern Conference Final, and to the Elmville Harvesters. This season ends tonight, but the pride in this team and the community will carry forward to next year. Thanks for being with us all season long. Enjoy the rest of your day, your afternoon. Good luck to the 81s as they move on.